Hello guys, this is my first video on CU Set 2020 PhD Mathematics solution. Here we will discuss some questions in the paper of 2020 PhD Mathematics. So first question is, which of the following is a convergent series? We will use some results. They are, first is p-test, second is if limit an non-zero, this implies summation an is not convergent, and p-test says that summation 1 upon n की power p converges if p greater than 1 and diverges if p less than or equal to 1. So we can see second option, summation sin n upon n square less than or equal to summation 1 upon n square, where mod sin n less than or equal to 1 is convergent by p test. This is a single correct option, so second option is true. We can discard other three options. So second question is, let f be a twice differentiable function on R given that f double dash x greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. Then there are four options. We have to choose which one is correct. For this we use option discard method. For this, take f of x is equal to x square, then f dash x is equal to 2x and f double dash x is equal to 2. So for option A, f of x is equal to 0, this implies x square is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to 0 is the only solution. In option A, it says that f of x is equal to 0 has exactly two solutions on R, which is not true. So option A is not true. Option B states that f of x is equal to 0 has a positive solution if f0 is equal to 0 and f dash at the point 0 is equal to 0. Take f of x is equal to x square, f of 0 is equal to 0, f dash 0 is also equal to 0, but it has a 0 solution, not a positive solution. So option B is also discard. And similarly we can discard option D. So remaining option is true, which is C. So option C is true. Question number third is, which of the following real valued function is uniformly continuous on open interval 0 1? We will see second option is true. F of x is equal to sin x upon x is uniformly continuous on 0 comma 1. We can see f of x is equal to 1 upon x by Cauchy test. It says that let an is equal to 1 upon n belongs to 0 1 is Cauchy sequence, but f of an is equal to n, which is not Cauchy. Hence f of x is equal to 1 upon x is not UC on. For option C, we will take x1 is equal to 1 upon n pi, comma x2 is equal to 1 upon n pi plus pi by 2, which is equal to 2 upon 2n plus 1 pi, where n is a positive integer, such that x1 minus x2 become 1 upon n pi minus 2 upon 2n plus 1 pi less than delta. We will show that no such delta works for epsilon is equal to 1 by 2. We can always choose such a positive integer m for each positive delta. Now mod x1 minus x2 less than delta, but mod fx1 minus fx2 is equal to sin n pi minus sin 2n plus 1 pi by 2, which is equal to 1 greater than epsilon. This shows that for this choice of epsilon we are unable to find delta greater than 0, such that mod fx1 minus fx2 less than epsilon whenever mod x1 minus x2 less than delta for all x1 comma x2 belongs to R plus. Hence f is not UC. This is a basic definition of uniform continuity. For option D, we will use the result any continuous function which is bounded on an open interval and limit exists at the end point is UC on that interval. But here limit x goes to 0 cos x upon x is equal to infinity, so it is continuous but not uniformly continuous. Hence remaining option B is correct answer. Sin x upon x is UC on 0 1. Question number 4, in which of the following cases there is no continuous function f from the set S onto the set T, where option 1 is S is equal to close 0 1, T is equal to R. Second is S is equal to open 0 1, T is equal to R. Third is S is equal to semi open 0 1, T is equal to semi-closed 0 1. Fourth one is S is equal to R and T is equal to 0 1. Result says its continuous image of a compact set is compact. S is equal to 0 1 is compact being closed and bounded. R is not compact, hence there is no continuous image from S is equal to closed 0 1 to T is equal to R. This implies option 1 is true. Question number 5. Let X be a metric space. A is a subset of X, be a connected set with at least two distinct points. Then the number of distinct points in A is A 2, B more than 2 but finite, C is countably infinite, D is uncountable. We will use the result connected subset of R, either singletons and intervals. In this question, given that it has at least two distinct points, so it must be interval, and we know interval is uncountable. This implies A has uncountable points. So option D is true. Question number 6. The system of equation is x plus y plus z is equal to 1, 2x plus 3y minus z is equal to 5, x plus 2y minus k is equal to 4, where k belongs to R, has an infinite number solution for which value of k? A is equal to k is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, k is equal to 2, or k is equal to 3. So their augmented matrix be A is equal to 1 2 1 1 3 2 1 minus 1 k, B is equal to 1 5 4. For infinite number of solution, rank of A must be less than 3. So determinant of A is equal to 0. This gives the value of k is equal to 2. So option C is true. Question number 7. The number of limit points of the set 1 plus 1 upon n belongs to natural number is. Clearly 1 upon n has only 0 is the limit point. Hence 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So there is unique limit point which namely 1. So option B is true. Question number 8. Consider R3 with the standard inner product. Let W be the subspace of R3 spanned by 1 0 minus 1. Which of the following is a basis for the orthogonal complement of W? Clearly two vectors are orthogonal if their inner product is equal to 0. Let U is equal to U1, U2, U3 and V is equal to 1, 0, minus 1. We will find the inner product of these two vectors which become 0. This gives us U1 is equal to U3. We can find two bases for the orthogonal complement which namely 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 0. So option A is true. Question number 9. The row space of a 20 cross 50 matrix A has dimension 13. What is the dimension of the space of Ax is equal to 0? A 7, B 13, C 33, D 37. We will use the result nullity of A plus rank of A is equal to number of columns of the matrix. We have to find nullity of A plus rank of A is given which is 13 and number of columns in the matrix is equal to 50. This implies nullity of A is equal to 50 minus 13 is equal to 37. This implies option D is true. Question number 10. Let A, B n cross n real matrices. Which of the following statement is correct? We will solve this problem by option discard method. For option A, take A is equal to B is equal to identity 2 cross 2 matrix. A plus B become 2 0 0 2. Rank of A plus B clearly it is 2 and rank of A is equal to 2, rank of B also 2, but rank of A plus B not equal to rank of A plus rank of B. So option A is not correct. For option C, take A is equal to 1 0 0 matrix and B is equal to 0 0 0 1 matrix. Rank of A is equal to 1 and rank of B also 1. A plus B become identity matrix. Rank of A plus B is equal to 2, which is not equal to minimum of rank of A, rank of B, which is equal to 1. So 2 not equal to 1, hence option C is not true. For option D, take same as option C. So remaining option B is true. Question number 11. Let f of x be a minimal polynomial of the 4 cross 4 matrix A is equal to 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0. Then f of A is equal to 0 1 2 and 4. We know that every matrix satisfies its minimal polynomial. This implies f of A is equal to 0. Hence option A is true. Question number 12. A linear transformation T rotates each vector in R2 clockwise through 90 degree. The matrix T relative to the standard order base is 1 0, 0 1 is. We know this transformation is equal to x cos theta plus y sin theta comma y cos theta minus x sin theta, where theta is equal to pi by 2. We will get t 1 comma 0 is equal to 0 comma minus 1 and t 0 comma 1 is equal to 1 comma 0. Then the matrix T is 0 1 minus 1 0. Hence option B is true. Question number 13. Let Pz, Qz be two non-zero complex polynomials, then Pz into Qz bar is analytic if and only if. So we will use option discard method for this question. Take Pz is equal to z square and Qz is equal to 3. Clearly Pz is not a constant function but Qz is a constant. This implies Pz into Qz bar is analytic but Pz is not constant. Hence option A is not true. Similarly, we can see Pz into Qz, Pz bar into Qz are also not constant. Hence option C is true. Question number 14. Integrate z square upon 4 minus z square dz over mod z plus 1 is equal to 2 is equal to what? We will use Cauchy integral formula over here. There is only one singularity, which is namely minus of 2. Hence f of z will become z square upon 2 minus z. Then integration z square upon 4 minus z square over the c dz is equal to 2 pi I into f of minus 2, where f of z is equal to z square upon 2 minus z. This is equal to 2 pi I into 4 upon 2 plus 2, which is equal to 2 pi I. This implies option C is true. Question number 15 states that the residue of the function f of z is equal to e to the power minus e to the power 1 upon z at z is equal to 0 is. We know residue is the coefficient of z की power minus 1 or 1 upon z in the Laurent series expansion. Given f of z is equal to e to the power minus e to the power 1 upon z. As we know, the expansion of exponential function is equal to 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus dot dot dot. This implies f of z is equal to, we will expand e to the power 1 upon z and this become e to the power minus 1 minus 1 plus 1 upon z plus 1 upon z square 2 factorial plus dot dot dot. It can be written as e to the power minus 1 e to the power minus 1 upon z e to the power minus 1 upon z square 2 factorial dot dot dot. This is equal to e to the power minus 1 and again we will expand e to the power minus 1 upon z e to the power minus 1 upon z square 2 factorial and so on, and we will get the coefficient of 1 upon z is equal to minus e to the power minus 1. This implies residue of the function f of z is equal to minus e to the power minus 1. This implies option A is true. Question number 16 states that let C be the circle mod z is equal to 3 by 2 in the complex plane that is oriented in the counterclockwise direction. The value of A for which integration z plus 1 upon z square minus 3z plus 2 plus A upon z minus 1 dz is equal to 0 is. We will again use Cauchy integral formula over here. There is only one singularity which is at z is equal to 1 and 2 is outside the circle. So this will become z plus 1 plus az minus 2a upon z minus 2 z minus 1. clearly z is equal to 1 inside the circle and z is equal to 2 outside the circle. Then integral z plus 1 plus az minus 2a upon z minus 2 z minus 1 dz is equal to 0. This will equal to 2 pi I into f of 1 is equal to 0. This implies f of 1 is equal to 0, where f of z is equal to z plus 1 plus az minus 2a upon z minus 2. Then a is equal to 2. Hence option C is true. Question number 17. Let f be a real valued harmonic function on C, that is f satisfies the equation del square f upon del x square plus del square f upon del y square is equal to 0. Define the function g is equal to del f over del x minus iota del f over del y and h is equal to del f over del x plus iota del f over del y. Then which of the following is true? We will use Cauchy-Riemann equation for this question. Here z is equal to del f over del x minus iota del f over del y. We will compare it by u plus iv. Hence real part is equal to del f over del x and imaginary part will equal to minus del f over del y. Then we will find ux, uy, vx and vy. Then apply Cauchy-Riemann equation for this. Cauchy-Riemann equation states that ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus का vx. Clearly G satisfies Cauchy-Riemann equation being f is harmonic, but H doesn't satisfy Cauchy-Riemann equation. This implies G is holomorphic but H is not holomorphic. This implies option B is true. Question number 18. A polynomial of odd degree with real coefficient must have A. At least one real root, B. No real root, C. Only real roots, D. At least one real root which is at least one root which is not real. We will use IVP for this question. IVP states that odd degree polynomial has at least one real root. This implies option A is true. Question number 19. Up to isomorphism, the number of abelian groups of order 108 is 12, 9, 6 and 5. We will write order of z is equal to 108. It can be written as 2 की power 2 into 3 की power 3, which is prime factorization of 108. Hence, number of abelian groups will equal to partition of power of 2 and partition of power of 3, which is equal to p of 2 into p of 3, where 2 and 3 are the power of 2 and the power of 3. Then partition of 2 is equal to 2 and partition of 3 is equal to 3, which is equal to 2 into 3 is equal to 6 abelian group. Hence, the number of abelian groups is equal to 6, and these groups are Z4 into Z27, Z2 into Z2 into Z27, Z4 into Z9 into Z3, Z2 into Z2 into Z9 into Z3, Z4 into Z3 into Z3 into Z3, Z2 into Z2 into Z3 into Z3 into Z3. This implies option C is true. Question number 20. Let A be a connected open subset of R to the number of continuous surjective functions from A closure to Q is. We know continuous image of a connected set is connected, and also we know that A is connected. This implies A closure is also connected. Then if it is surjective, then f of A closure will become equal to Q, but Q is not connected, so this is not possible. This implies there does not exist any surjective function from A closure to Q. This implies option B is true. Question number 21. Which of the following subset of Rn is compact with respect to the usual topology of Rn? In this question, we will use Hahn-Borel theorem, which states that a subset of Rn is compact if and only if it is closed and bounded. Clearly, A is not closed with respect to the usual topology of Rn. B is not correct because it is not bounded. Take n, minus n, 0, 0, 0. Clearly, x1 plus x2 plus xn is equal to 0, but it is not bounded, hence not compact. C is not correct because it is also not bounded. This implies option D is true by Hahn-Borel theorem. Question number 22. Let y1x and y2x be the solution of the differential equation dy over dx is equal to y plus 17 with initial condition y10 is equal to 0 and y20 is equal to 1. Then A. y1 and y2 will never intersect. y1 and y2 will intersect at x is equal to 17. y1 and y2 will intersect at x is equal to e. y1 and y2 will intersect at x is equal to 1. So dy by dx is equal to y plus 17. Then this implies dy over y plus 17 is equal to dx. This implies log y plus 17 is equal to x plus c after integrating both sides. This will equal to y plus 17 is equal to e की power x plus c, which we can write e की power x into e की power c. We will let e की power c is equal to a. Then y is equal to a into e to the power x minus 17. First initial condition y10 is equal to 0. Then y1x is equal to 17 e की power x minus 17. And second initial condition is y20 is equal to 1. Then y2x will become 18 e की power x minus 17. If they will intersect, then y1x is equal to y2x. This will become 17 is equal to 18, which is not possible. Hence option A is true, which says that y1 and y2 will never intersect. Question number 23. Consider the IVP dy over dx is equal to y square with initial condition y0 is equal to 1 for all x comma y belongs to R cross R. Then there exists a unique solution of IVP on minus infinity comma infinity, minus infinity comma 1, minus 2 comma 2 and minus 1 comma infinity. Given that dy over dx is equal to y square, then dy over y square is equal to dx. This implies y की power minus 1 upon minus 1 is equal to x plus c after integrate both sides. This implies minus y की power minus 1 is equal to x plus c. Applying initial condition, which is y0 is equal to 1, we will get c is equal to minus 1. This implies y is equal to 1 upon 1 minus x. Unique solution in that interval which does not include 1. So minus infinity comma 1 is the only interval which not include 1. This implies option B is true. Question number 24. The boundary value problem x square y double dash minus 2x y dash plus 2y is equal to 0 subject to the boundary condition y1 plus a y dash 1 is equal to 1 and y2 plus b y dash 2 is equal to 2 has a unique solution if a is equal to minus 1, b is equal to 2, a is equal to minus 1, b is equal to minus 2, a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 2, a is equal to minus 3, comma, b is equal to 2 by 3. We will use the transformation let x is equal to e to the power z. Then dy over dx is equal to dy upon dz into dz over dx by chain rule. Dy by dx is equal to dy over dz into 1 upon x because dz over dx is equal to 1 upon x. Then our boundary value problem convert into d square y over dz square minus dy over dz minus 2 dy upon dz plus 2y is equal to 0. Then we will find the root of this equation, which is equal to m square minus 3m plus 2, which is equal to m is equal to 1 and m is equal to 2. Then our general solution is y is equal to c1 e to the power z plus c2 e to the power 2z. We put the value of z is equal to log x. We know e to the power log x is equal to x because e and log are e is the anti-log. So yx is equal to c1x plus c2x square. 2 log x we can written as log x square. Hence e to the power log x square will equal to x square. Applying boundary condition, we will get c1 1 plus a plus c2 1 plus 2a is equal to 1 and c1 2 plus b plus c2 4 plus 4b is equal to 2. Now above given problem has unique solution if Wronskian is non-zero. then Wronskian will become 1 plus a, 1 plus 2a, 2 plus b, 4 plus 4b is equal to non-zero. It holds only for option A. This implies A is the correct option, and we will get Wronskian is equal to 0 for other three options. Question number 25. Let yx be the continuous solution of the IVP. Then y dash plus 2y is equal to f of x with initial condition y0 is equal to 0, where f of x is equal to 1 if the x lies between 0 and 1, and 0 if x greater than 1. Then the value of y at the point 3 by 2 is equal to, we know we will use the linear first order differential equation. For this, we know integrating factor is equal to e to the power integration p of x into dx. Here p of x is equal to 2. Then integrating factor will become e to the power 2x. Then solution is y into integrating factor is equal to 0 to 1 f of x integrating factor dx plus 1 to infinity f of x into integrating factor dx. Then yx into e to the power 2x is equal to 0 to 1 e to the power 2x dx plus 0, because in the interval 1 to infinity f of x is equal to 0. Then it will become e square by 2 minus 1 by 2. Then y of x is equal to 1 upon 2 e to the power 2x into e square minus 1. Then y की power 3 by 2 will become sin hyperbolic 1 upon e square, where sin hyperbolic 1 is equal to e minus e inverse upon 2. Question number 26. Find the Wronskian y double dash t minus 6y dash t plus 9yt is equal to t. So here the auxiliary equation is equal to m square minus 6m plus 9 is equal to 0. This will given repeated roots which is 3, 3. Hence our complementary function will equal to y of c is equal to c1 e to the power 3t plus c2 into t into e to the power 3t. Hence let y1 is equal to e to the power 3t and y2t is equal to t into e to the power 3t. This implies Wronskian will equal to determinant of y1t, y2t and y1 dash t, y2 dash t. This will equal to e to the power 6t. This implies option A is true. Question number 27. The second order PDE uyy minus yuxx plus x cube is equal to 0 is. Here we know s is equal to 0 is the coefficient of uxy, r is equal to minus y is the coefficient of uxx, and t is equal to 1 which is the coefficient of uyy. Then s square minus 4rt is equal to 4y. If y less than 0, this implies 4y less than 0. This implies s square minus 4rt less than 0. Hence given PDE is elliptic for all x belongs to r, comma y less than 0. This equation is independent of x. Hence option C is true. Question number 28. Let ux comma t satisfies the IVP. Ut is equal to uxx, x belongs to 0, 1, comma t greater than 0. Qx comma 0 is equal to sin pi x, u0 comma t is equal to u1 comma t is equal to 0, where t greater than 0. Then the value of ux comma 1 upon pi square is equal to. This is nothing but heat equation. The solution of the heat equation is ux comma t is equal to summation a n e to the power minus alpha square kt sin n pi x upon L, where a n is equal to 2 upon L 0 to L integration f of x sin n pi x upon L dx. In this question, L is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, f of x is equal to sin pi x, alpha is equal to n pi upon L which is equal to n pi because L is equal to 1. This implies a1 is equal to 1, an is equal to 0 for all n except 1. Then uxt is equal to a1 e to the power minus pi square into 1 into t sin pi x. This is equal to e to the power minus pi square t sin pi x. Hence ux comma 1 upon pi square is equal to e to the power minus 1 sin pi x. This implies option B is true. Question number 29. Let f of x is equal to ax plus 100 for a belongs to R. Then the iteration xn plus 1 is equal to f of xn for n greater than or equal to 0 and x naught is equal to 0 converges for a is equal to 5, a is equal to 1, a is equal to 0.1 and a is equal to 10. We will use the result if f of x is equal to 0 is written as x is equal to phi x, where phi x and phi dash x both are continuous in an interval I containing initial approximation value x naught, and if mod phi dash x less than 1 in that interval I, then x is equal to phi x will converge to a root of f of x is equal to 0. Here phi dash x is equal to ax plus 100, phi dash x is equal to a. It have to converge if mod phi dash x is equal to a less than 1, then only correct option is 0.1, which is satisfied our condition. This implies option C is true. Question number 30. The order of convergence for secant method is, we know the order of convergence for secant method is 1.618, hence option A is true. Question number 31. Which of the following is not a single step method to solve ordinary differential equation numerically? This is very easy question. Millen method is not a single step method to solve ODE numerically. In Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, two intervals considered to a time represent for Simpson 3/8, Simpson 1/3, trapezoidal, Boole's rule. In Newton-Cotes quadrature formula, two intervals n is equal to 2 consider at a time for simple Simpson 1/3 rule. Question number 33. If A is 5 cross 5 real matrix with trace 15 and if 2 and 3 are eigenvalue of A each with algebraic multiplicity 2, then the determinant of A is equal to, as we know, trace of A is equal to sum of eigenvalues and determinant of A is equal to product of eigenvalues. In this question, given 2 and 3 are eigenvalues with algebraic multiplicity 2, then the eigenvalues will become 2, 2, 3, 3 are 4 eigenvalues of A. Let lambda be the fifth eigenvalue of A. As we know sum of eigenvalues is equal to trace of A, then we will get the fifth eigenvalues, which is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus lambda is equal to 15, and we will get lambda is equal to 5. This implies determinant of A is equal to product of eigenvalues, hence determinant of A is equal to 2 cross 2 cross 3 cross 3 cross 5, which is equal to 180, hence option B is correct. Question number 34 says that consider the IVP del u over del x plus 2 del u over del y is equal to 0, comma, with initial condition u0 comma y is equal to 4 e to the power minus 2y. Then the value of u1 comma 1 is, write the Lagrange auxiliary equation which is equal to dx over 1 is equal to dy over 2 is equal to du over 0. We will get u is equal to c1 and 2x minus y is equal to c2. Hence ux comma y is equal to f of 2x minus y. Now applying initial condition which is equal to u0 comma y is equal to f of minus y is equal to 4 e to the power minus 2y. This implies f of y is equal to 4 e to the power 2y. This implies ux comma y is equal to f of 2x minus y is equal to 4 e to the power 2x minus y. Then u1 comma 1 is equal to 4 e squared 2 minus 1, which is equal to 4 e to the power 2. This implies option B is true. Question number 35. Solution of the following PDE is del z over del x root x plus del z over del y root y is equal to root z. So the Lagrange auxiliary equation is dx upon root x is equal to dy upon root y is equal to dz upon root z. So first we take first two pair, which is dx upon root x is equal to dy upon root y. Then our solution is 2 root x minus 2 root y is equal to c1, which is equal to root x minus root y is equal to a, where a is equal to c1 upon 2. Now take last two pairs, which is dy upon root y is equal to dz upon root z. Then our solution is root y minus root z is equal to b. Then our solution will become f of root x minus root y comma root y minus root z is equal to 0, which is f of a comma b is equal to 0. This implies option A is true. Question number 36. Solution of the following PDE is del z upon del x का होल स्क्वायर प्लस del z upon del y का होल स्क्वायर is equal to 1. So clearly we can see z is equal to ax plus root 1 minus a square y plus c is satisfied the given PDE. So our solution is z is equal to ax plus root 1 minus a square into y plus c. Hence option D is true. Question number 37. The resolvent kernel Rxt, lambda for the Volterra integral equation phi x is equal to x plus lambda integration a to x phi s ds is. For this we use iteration method. Let k x comma t is equal to 1. Then k1 x comma t is equal to 1. For kn we will use the formula kn xt is equal to t to x integration k1 x comma z kn minus 1 k z comma t into dz. Then k2 x comma t is equal to x minus t, k3 is equal to x minus t का whole square upon 2 factorial and k4 is equal to x minus t का whole cube upon 3 factorial. Hence resolvent kernel Rx t lambda is equal to summation m is equal to 1 to infinity lambda की power m minus 1 km x comma t, which is equal to e to the power lambda x minus t. This implies option B is correct. Question number 38. The integral equation yx is equal to lambda 0 to 1 3x minus 2 t into yt dt with lambda as a parameter has only one characteristic number, two characteristic number, more than two characteristic numbers, no characteristic number. For this, given that yx is equal to lambda 0 to 1 3x minus 2 t yx dt will separate into x and t format. Let c is equal to 0 to 1 t into yt dt. Then equation 1 will become yx is equal to lambda c 3x minus 2. In terms of t, yt is equal to lambda c 3t minus 2. Using equation 4 and 2 become c is equal to 0 to 1 lambda c t into 3t minus 2 dt. Then we will get c is equal to 0. Hence for any lambda yx is equal to 0 has only 0 solution. This implies it does not have any characteristic number. This implies option D is correct. What is the question number 39? What is the smallest positive integer in the set 24x plus 60y plus 2000z where x comma y comma z belongs to integer? For this type of question we have to only find the GCD of the coefficient of x, y and z, which is equal to 4 here. So 4 is the smallest positive integer in the set. This implies option B is true. Question number 40. Let G be the simple group of order 168. What is the number of subgroups of order Z of order 7? We can factorize 168 as 2 की power 3 into 3 into 7. Every element of order 7 generate a cyclic group of order 7 because it is prime. By the Silo theorem, the number of subgroups of order 7 is congruent 1 mod 7 and divide 168. That is 1 plus 7k divide 168. If k is equal to 0, then only unique subgroup, then it is normal. But it is not possible because Z is simple. So it has only two normal subgroups, which are either 1 or G. When k is equal to 1, 1 plus 7k divides 168. This implies 8 subgroup of order 7. Question number 41. A group G is generated by the element x comma y with the relation x cube is equal to y square is equal to 1 is equal to xy का whole square. Then order of Z is, it is nothing but symmetric group of order 6, that is Z is equal to S3. This implies option B is Question number 42. Let R be a Euclidean domain such that R is not a field, then the polynomial ring Rx is always a ED, a PID but not a ED, a UFD but not a PID, not a UFD. We will use the result that ED implies PID implies UFD. Second, if R is a UFD, then so is Rx. Here R is a ED. This implies R is UFD. This implies Rx is a UFD. So C is true because take R is equal to Z. It is not a field, but ZX is a UFD but not a PID, as x comma 2 its ideal which cannot be generated by the single element. Question number 43. The variational problem of estimizing the functional I(yx) is equal to integration 1 to 3 y bracket 3x minus y dx, where the initial condition y3 is equal to 9 by 2 comma y1 is equal to 1 has. We will use Euler equation for this, which states del f over del y minus del over del x del f over del y dash is equal to 0. Here f is equal to 3xy minus y square, which is independent of y dash. So del over del x del f over del y dash is equal to 0. This implies del f over del y is equal to 0. This implies del f over del y is equal to 3x minus 2y is equal to 0. This implies y is equal to 3 by 2x. Now applying initial conditions, y3 is equal to 9 by 2, which is equal to 9 by 2. But y of 1 is equal to 3 by 2, which is not equal to 1. So this variational problem of estimizing the functional has no solution. This implies D option is correct. Question number 44. For the homogeneous Fredholm integral equation phi x is equal to lambda 0 to 1 e की power x plus t phi t dt, a non-trivial solution exists when lambda has the value. Here phi of x is equal to lambda 0 to 1. We can separate e की power x plus t as e की power x into e की power t into phi t dt. Now we can separate x terms and t terms differently and write phi x is equal to lambda e to the power x integration 0 to 1 e to the power t phi t dt. Let c is equal to 0 to 1 e to the power t phi t dt. Then phi x will become phi x is equal to lambda e to the power x into c. In terms of t, phi t is equal to lambda e to the power t into c. Put the value of phi t in equation 1. Then c is equal to integration 0 to 1 e to the power t lambda e to the power t into c dt. Then c is equal to lambda c 0 to 1 e to the power 2t dt. Then c is equal to lambda c upon 2 e square minus 1. If c is equal to 0, this is not the case, but c not equal to 0. Hence 1 minus lambda upon 2 e square minus 1 is equal to 0. This implies lambda is equal to 2 upon e square minus 1. This implies option D is correct. Question number 45. Consider the following linear programming problem. Maximize z is equal to 3x plus 2y subject to x plus y greater than or equal to 1, x plus y less than or equal to 5, 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 6, minus का 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 6. The problem is A. Exactly one optimal solution, an unbounded solution, more than one optimal solution, no feasible solution. We will use graph method to solve this linear programming. As you can see, here is the graph and the boundary points are 0, 1, minus 3, 5, 8, 5, 8 upon 5, 0, 2, 1, 0 and 3, 0. We will get the maximum value only at one point, which is E, and the maximum value of Z is 9. Hence, it has only one optimal solution. This implies option A is true. Question number 46. Let M is equal to A1, A2, A3 such that AI belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4, A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 6. Then the number of element in M is. Solution. Now the possibilities of the number of elements in M are 1 2 3 because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. 1 3 2 3 1 2 2 1 3 2 3 1 3 2 1 4 1 1 1 4 1 1 1 4 and 2 2 2. This implies the number of element in M is 10. This implies option C is true. And please follow us on Instagram. My page name is UPSC Math GK, as you can see here. Thank you.